Alright, so we'll walk through it actually while you're off the bike.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So here, this is clutch.
The silver one there?
This is throttle.
Mm-hmm.
Front brake.
Front brake?
Front brake,
throttle,
clutch.
and clutch. Okay.
Okay. Over here on the left hand side, this is your gear select. I'll walk you through that once you get on it. On the right hand side is your brake. The gear goes up and down. This only goes down.
Okay. This one here?
Yeah. Okay, so as you put your leg over, you're going to want to put one hand here,
mm-hmm.
holding that.
Mm-hmm.
Line yourself up next to the bike. Keep looking straight, like this. Hand reached over, keep looking straight. This leg, lift it over. It's a tall bike, so you're probably going to sit there and your right foot's not going to be on the ground yet. But as you tilt the bike to the right, you want your right foot ready to touch the ground. Okay? Sitting here next to the bike, come up to it, hand here. Okay, securing the bike. I'm looking straight. Mm-hmm. Lean over. I've got this handlebar. Right leg comes up. I'm sitting on the bike now, but my leg hasn't hit the ground. The bike tilts to the right as I lean more weight to the right, and my foot's ready to take the weight.
Okay.
So I've taken enough weight off the left and put enough weight on the right that the stand can come up and I can kick that up. Okay?
Okay.
Try and keep the handlebars straight as you start tilting it up right as well.
Okay.
Remember to keep looking up. Okay, slowly bring your weight to the right. Get the foot ready. Can you see down to the stand?
Yep.
Okay, can you feel that the bike's in neutral?
Because it can move forward and backwards?
It's rolling, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll go through this again while you're on it. So, what's that?
The throttle, the front brake, the clutch.
On your left foot? What's this?
These are my gears.
And the right foot?
That silver triangle is, I think you said, my rear brake.
Right. So with the gears, you're in neutral now. Down, one, puts it into first.
Okay.
And then once it's in first, don't do it now.
Okay.
Once it's in first, then second, third, fourth, fifth are all up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so neutral, down is in first, up for second, third, fourth, fifth.
Okay.
So first is in between, sorry, neutral is in between first and second.
Yep.
Okay, so when you go to put it into first, you want to pull the clutch in, just like when you're changing all the gears.
Mm-hmm.
When you want to go back into neutral, it's the same process as when you change gears normally, but it's much less pressure. So if you're in first and you want to go to neutral, yes, it's up as if you would go to second, but just rest your foot lightly and just put a slight amount of pressure, like half the amount of pressure you would normally use.
Okay.
So just try and practice pivoting your foot below and above.
Like this?
Mm-hmm.
So
what's that now?
Probably
You didn't use
second?
the clutch, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
So this is your ignition, kill switch and starter. So one turn and the ignition's on.
Mm-hmm.
So this is lit up, saying that it's in neutral, but I wouldn't trust it. When you start the bike, I would always hold the clutch in regardless. And this is to start the bike, okay? So Now that you're in neutral, let's just try putting it into first without the bike starting. Clutch in. First.
It won't go down.
Okay, so let the clutch go. Okay, pull the clutch in. A little bit of pressure on to go to first.
That's better.
Okay, so let the clutch out. You're in first gear now, okay? So practice putting it back into neutral. Remember, it's half the amount of pressure, so you don't go into second. Okay.
Okay.
So it's saying that it's in neutral, but again, when we start the bike, we're not going to trust that.
Okay.
Okay, you can start the bike now. This goes in to start it. No, you've already got the ignition on, so this one is the start. Okay. Again, says it's in neutral, but let's just let this out slowly. If you feel that the bike wants to take off as you're letting this out, you know it's actually in gear, not in neutral. So let's let it out. Slowly, 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 slowly. Okay, so it is in neutral. Okay. So to start practicing, we're just going to roll forward in first. So you pull this in and go to first. Once you click into first, keep this pulled in. Okay, you're in first. Remember, keep this pulled in. If you let this out, if you let it out too quick, it will stall.
Okay.
And if you let it out as you let it out, it'll start rolling forward.
Okay.
Okay. So we want to let it out, but we want to let it out slow. And then we're going to use this to modulate the speed as you learn. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't want you to use any throttle yet. You can leave your hand rested there, but I don't want you to pull it back. Just want you to use this to modulate the speed. Out slowly, we'll get more momentum. Pull it back in, we'll stop the momentum.
Okay.
If you need to, if you feel like it's getting away from you and you've pulled this in already, you can pull the front brake in.
Okay.
If all of it gets too confusing at any point, both of these at once, if it's an emergency, try and make sure that the wheel's straight, preferably.
Yeah.
And pull both of them in, clutch and front brake.
Okay.
Try not to be too aggressive on the front brake, but just if you feel it's getting away from you, both of these at the same time if you forget everything else.
Okay.
Okay?
And can I keep both my feet on the ground while we do it?
Well, it depends how much momentum. If you can get enough momentum to lift your foot off the ground, then fine, but I don't think you're going to. So what I would do is just have your feet lightly, not dragging, but just resting above the ground, ready to take the weight if you need to.
Okay.
If you feel that you're getting enough momentum and you've got the confidence, then just lift your foot up. Okay?
Okay.
Remember, out is going to get more speed. If you want to get rid of the speed and you want to slow down, pull the clutch back in.
Okay.
Alright, give it a shot. So just try with that front brake. Remember, not too aggressive. Can you get a feel for it? You got a feel for it?
Yeah.
Alright. So just come pivot around to the left. Doesn't have to be anything major, but just slowly turn the handlebars to the left and put more weight to the left. You've got a bit of speed up, so you might be able to lift one leg if you feel confident enough.
Okay.
Only do it if you feel confident.
Yeah, I did it. I've got it.
Pull the clutch in.
What happened?
Okay, so that was you pulling on the throttle while the clutch was in.
Oh, okay.
Biggest mistake you can make is if you do that and freak out and let the clutch out.
Okay.
Okay, because it's in gear. It's got enough power that if you let the clutch out while you've got throttle on like that, it's going to take off fast.
Okay.
Okay, so you don't want to do that.
Alright,
For now, we still don't need any throttle.
I think I accidentally moved it when I turned the brake on.
Okay, so we want to avoid that, okay? So if
Yeah.
you're using the brake, this should be lock stop, okay?
Okay.
Remember, if you ever do that and you hear the bike revving, pull the clutch.
Yeah.
As quick as you can.
Okay. Keep going?
Yeah, you started letting it get a bit fast and I don't think you're ready for it, so just take it a bit slower.
Okay.
You got to take the brake off.
Does it still sound okay?
So what?
Does it sound okay?
Yeah, the fan's on, it's alright.
Okay. I'm going to try and follow that line around.
Yeah, okay. Remember, at this speed you shouldn't be too aggressive with how much you're turning the handlebars. You shouldn't really need to.
Okay. Is what I'm doing okay?
Yeah. Try and pull up next to the car, alongside it.
Is here okay? Is here okay?
A little bit more. Okay, slowly pulling the brake. Okay, let's go put it into neutral. Remember, you're in first, so where's neutral?
Up one.
Slightly press it.
Okay, so can I let go of my brake and my
Yep.
clutch? Okay, and I'm going to put the stand down.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you always check it definitely is down.
Sure. Okay. And do you want me to hop off or stay on?
Yeah, hop off. Okay. Which hand first? Yep, looking forward. Side stand. Don't rush it. Okay, what's the first step? Feels like it's in neutral.
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to put my clutch in and I'm going to turn it on.
You can turn this once without the clutch.
Okay.
So it says it's in neutral, but let's start it with the clutch in anyway.
Okay. And
Start
this
it.
one here?
Yeah. Let the clutch out slowly.
Okay, it came all the way out.
Okay, put it in the first. Which one's first?
Down.
Okay, remember, if you freak out and you don't know what to do, pull this and this.
Yep.
Okay? Preferably with the wheel straight.
Yep.
Okay? This is say you're still going to modulate your speed, you still shouldn't need any throttle. If you need to slow down, pull this back in and lightly pull the front brake.
Okay.
Let's go.